Let's continue the second part of this video. So, Miss C, what do you think is the biggest factor that prevents women from studying physics?
That stop women from doing physics, right?
Yes.
I think the perception of the society is a very big factor. Like if people around you keep telling you that this is not for you, you can't do it, you are not clever enough for this, you are not born with it, then it's long enough you will believe what they say. I don't think that there's something intrinsic with being a girl that stop you from doing it. It's just that if people keep telling you the same thing over and over again, like from your parents and then your school teacher, your friends, if they tell you the same thing, then you will start questioning yourself. Maybe, like, this is really not the thing for me.
And we all know that physics is like about the logic, yes, but most of girls like to memorize something like this. And what do you think about if the girl and the boy is called together to work on physics? Is it better, or how it changes, how it will change? Just give the opinion.
I don't know, because it's I think part of physics and maths is kind of like memorizing, like but it's not all of it is about memorizing. Like you of course have to know some basic things that you have to know, like kind of like if you need to know the Newton equation of motion. If you do not know, you cannot do any questions, right? Like there are certain basic that you actually need to remember.
Yes.
And then there are also standard ways, like different ways that you can try to attempt a problem. Those things you actually is by memory. It's not like
only things, only
yeah,
solve or
yeah. They are actually, some of it is like memory, where you recognize that you can do these things and you can do this thing, and like what like the problems or like harder questions are normally they put you in a different scenario, and then just to see whether you can recognize there's some similarities, basically spotting patterns, and then you can use what you already know somewhere else to solve the other problem that you do not know. A lot of time it's kind of like this. Putting like a girl in a group of a guy to help. I think it doesn't really matter, like or more like because there are normally more guys than girls in physics.
Yes.
I'm so used to being put group with guys, so I actually have no experience if you ask me if I'm being grouped with girls to work on a problem. Like I would say I have really no experience in that, because it's just doesn't happen.
Well, for the last question, do you have any advice or suggestion for those girls really interested in physics and want to study physics?
For the technical advice, I would say that focus on maths. Like you really need a lot of mathematical skill. So like if you really like physics, do not you have to spend quite a lot of time with your mathematics as well. You do not just throw mathematics away. You will definitely need it. That's the technical advice. Like emotionally, I would say that try to persevere and like keep working on it. If you really like it, if you're really interested, you set your mind to do it. Try to shut down voices from people around you who tell you that you can't do it. Because being a scientist, you should know that all these are not proven. But actually, contrary, there are some research that show that actually there's really no difference being a guy and a girl, like in terms of being more logical, better for maths or science. But people keep saying that it's not really scientific in that sense. Like it's not true basically. So try to shut yourself from all those negative comments. Thank you.